welcome to the channel. I'm going to teach you how to play the main theme from Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy by Tchaikovsky, which features in Disney's Nutcracker and the Four Realms. I've simplified it to an extent, so it's not too complicated to play. It still sounds like the original piece. There are some notes that I felt needed to stay in, but I have stripped it back as much as I felt was necessary. So we're going to break this down into 4 sections. And again, this is just the main theme. This isn't the entire song. So the first section we're going to look at is the intro. The left hand is going to start on E's. If you can stretch the octave of an E and then play that, and this is all that the left hand is going to be doing in the intro. But if you can't stretch that, just play the lower of the E's. So just for reference, this is where middle C is on my piano. So locate this pitch on yours. And we're starting the E below middle C. So that's all the left hand's doing. Let's look at the right hand chords. So first of all, we have a G, B, and E. So that's the first chord. Then the next chord is an A, C, and F sharp. The next one is B flat, C sharp, and G. And then the next one is A, C, and D sharp. Let's do those 4 chords again. And then the next part of the intro uses the first 2 chords are the same. So we have an E minor chord again. And then we're going to go up to the G, B flat, and C sharp. And then back down to A, C, and D sharp. So let's practice that chord progression again from the beginning. And the left hand just plays those E's in between each of those chords, like this. And then that's the intro covered, and then it's on to the next section. I'm going to move the camera slightly further up. So now we're into the main theme that everyone knows. So we're playing pretty high up on the piano. So this is where middle C is now. And we're going to be playing 2 C's above middle C. So we're going to be starting here. So let's go over the right hand first. B and G, and then it changes to G and E, and then back to B and G again. So that's the... And then the next part we have A and F sharp, and then F sharp and D sharp, and then you're moving those up by a semitone to G and E. Let's try all that again. So then the next part, we have 3 notes this time. So F, G sharp, and D 3 times. And then we have this chord, which is E, G, B flat, and C sharp 3 times as well. And then we're going to go higher up the keys, and we're going to play D sharp, F sharp, A, and C. So let's do that bit again. And then the last little bit of the section. So there we have G and B, E, A and C, E, and then G and B again. Let's join all of that together. Okay, now let's look at the left hand. So here's middle C. Your left hand is going to start with your little finger on the E below middle C. So we're going to be going E, B, E, C, E, A sharp, E, B, E, C sharp, E, D sharp. Let's try that again. E, B, E, C, E, A sharp, E, B, E, C sharp, E, D sharp. That fits together then, like this. I'm going to play it very slowly. So the left hand comes in first. And then the last bit of the left hand with the, you're going to play E and G, F sharp and A, then back to E and G again. So that's the second section done. So this next section then is similar to the second one. So let's look at the right hand first. So before we were right up here, but now we're going to be moving down an entire octave. So it starts off in a similar way, but the notes are slightly different. We've got C and G, G and E, back to C and G again, and then C and F sharp. And then it's moving up D sharp, F sharp and C, and then an E minor chord, which is E, G and B. Let's try that little bit again. So the last part of that section, the right hand is going up even higher. So the next chord is, which is A sharp, C sharp, E and G. So there's 4 notes in there. And then the next chord is G sharp, B, D and F sharp. And then the next chord is F sharp, A sharp, C sharp and E, which is an F sharp minor 7. So let's try those 3 chords again. And the last little bit goes B and D sharp, and then F sharp, A sharp and E, F sharp, and then B and D sharp again. Let's try all of that third section then, just in the right hand. Now let's look at the left hand. After this second section, we have this in the left hand. So that, again, starts on the E below middle C. We have E, D, C, B, and then B flat, or A sharp. And then after that, that's going, and then E, A, D sharp, G, E, F sharp, then right up to A sharp, then F sharp, B, F sharp, C sharp. Let's try all of that again. And the last little bit with the F sharp and B, and then F sharp and A sharp, and then back to F sharp and B again. Let's join all of that together really slowly. we have B, A, G, F sharp, and then E. So after that section then, we're into the second section again, so that repeats, so right up here. So after we've played the part of that section, it goes on to this next bit. So we're going to do the right hand first. So there we've got A sharp and E, F sharp and C sharp, back to A sharp and E again, and then C, B and D sharp. So that goes, and then all of that goes down one, so then we've got G sharp and D, and then E and B, back to G sharp and D, and then G, A and C sharp. And then it moves down again to F sharp and C, and then D and A, back to F sharp and C, and then G and B. So let's try that again. And the very last part, which is the end, we have this, which is a B major chord, so we've but it's arpeggiated, so it's played fast, which is B, D sharp, F sharp and B, and then E. And then the very last chord ends on an E minor inversion, which is G, B and E. Let's join that together with the very end. Now for the left hand. Comes in before the right hand. So it's going G, F sharp, E, D, C sharp. And then the next part is going F sharp, E, D sharp, C, B. And then it's going down again to E, D, C sharp, B, A. And then the last descending pattern is going D, C, B, A, G. Let's practice that again. And then the very last part of the left hand goes F sharp and A, and then G and E, and then E octaves or just a low E. So let's try that very slowly then, hands together. So the left hand comes in first. And then these come in together. And then the next two come in together. And they come in together. And then we have this. So I hope that's been useful. Thank you for watching. Please let me know if you'd like a tutorial on the other parts to the song. It would have turned into a very long video if I had done the entirety of it. I look forward to talking with you all in the comments section below. Please like this video and subscribe to Bitesize Piano for many more tutorials like these. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!